on Anglesey, affectionately known as Britain's Phillip Island. It's hot, it's sticky, the sun's in our eyes, we love it. Welcome to Thundersport Elite.
Round 7 of the championship then for 2016. It's the GB Racing 600 Sportsman Elite, a championship that is still alive overall. So we see here number 64, Danny Booth. A welcome return to the paddock there for Danny Booth. Always nice to see him around. Former 450 rider, of course. Number 96, well, it's just part and parcel of coming to Anglesey, really, to see Jamie Harris, British Championship competitor, racing here. And these guys are going to have a real test on their hands. There's Aaron Clifford, Republic of Ireland rider, of course, who at times when he comes here can always knock it on the top step. Let's see what happens here then. Danny Booth on pole, Jamie Harris second. Wadsworth there on the second row, number 72. In the championship, it is Charlie Morris that has the advantage overall, number 157. Look out for him. He was crowned yesterday the Sportsman 600 champion, a series that he'd really aimed to become champion of at the start of the year. Well, he's got that done now, and it's time, as you see there, number 157 going through the red and blue machine. There's his teammate, number 115, Sam McFarlane. A chance now for Charlie Morris to get his hands on 2 titles. His challenger, just saw him go through there with a yellow helmet, black and orange bike. Number 2, Jordan Rushby. Coming into this weekend, 13 points between them. So all to play for, getting a bit busy up at Rocket here at Anglesey, the highest point of the circuit. They now head up towards Peel Corner. You see the full grid of 600s flying up towards Peel. Number 71 just going through there was Paul Rogers. But at the front of this race, as we head out of the corkscrew, is Jamie Harris. Jamie, who I presume he still lives just across the road. You can throw a stone into his back garden. He's had some memorable rides here. My word, talking of memorable, that is not a crash I'd like to see again. Goodness me. Waving around, and I'm not surprised, a monster high side on the start-finish straight there for Paul Rogers, number 71. Well, that could have been really nasty. Luckily, other machines and riders managed to avoid him. That was really, really big. That was horrific. Back at the front, Harris leads. Second for Danny Booth. Whoever's in third and fourth has just gone really wide into Rocket. We just saw there 808 Robert Vary, or Vari. I'm not quite sure on the pronunciation of that one, but he's a Sportsman rider. On board here with James Field, one of our Royal Air Force Sports Association riders, and there's a bike down. That's Nick Edgley. Nick Edgley's bike's down. Now, where is Nick? He's looking like he's just, he looks like he's doing aerobics there, but I think he's okay. He's just checking himself out. Now then, onto the start-finish straight we go. Harris leads from Booth and Bari. There is Charlie Morris, your championship leader. Sid's here with me up in the commentary box. I reckon he's about to try and correct me on my pronunciation of Vari.
Yes, Fairy, because I asked him.
Oh, okay.
Well. But, I tell you what, though, you've got to feel sorry for Jordan Rushby, because if he was gifted any luck at all, it would be bad luck. I mean, the boy is just, everything that could go wrong has gone wrong, including this weekend. And I mean, his dad, Nigel, he just comes to work on a bike, I think, or then travel across the country during an event to get parts. It's unbelievable. But on another note, take Danny Booth. I mean, how well, Steve?
Oh, sorry, Sid. William White has just thrown himself right at the scenery there. High attrition rate here in this GB Racing Sportsman Elite 600 race. Of course, William White in the championship, third overall, would have come here with a lot of confidence. Well, he's lost out. Jay Harris it is that leads this from Danny Booth. You were just talking about Sid.
Yeah, by the way, I think he just got clobbered by the bike there, didn't he? Danny Booth, hasn't he taken well to this 600? I mean, he broke the lap record yesterday. Unbelievable at this circuit. I mean, which was held by Lee Williams, which was a fast lap. And, you know, it was really fast. Well done to him. But he did then crash straight after.
Danny Booth there, he is number 64, just up ahead of Aaron Clifford and Max Wadsworth. Front wheel up in the air there from number 808, Robert Very as well. Of course, you mentioned Jordan Rushby and Charlie Morris. Those guys are the ones battling it out for the championship, but they really have had their work cut out of late when it comes to the races in general. Do you know, neither Morris or Rushby have actually won a race here outright since Snetterton in May. So it's just at the moment a matter of picking up as many points as possible. It doesn't look like they're going to get another one here either.
As you always say, Steve, consistency the key.
But it just shows you that at the moment they're scrabbling around for maybe the 5th, the 6th. And Donington Park and Cadwell are going to be big. If either of them has a really big weekend and can just plant themselves a couple of podiums, that could be just enough to unlock the door to the championship. Charlie Morris at the moment 157 here in this race, as we see Danny Booth up the inside of Jamie Harris. Nicely done there from Booth. Charlie Morris at the moment is scrapping away with Curtis Drew, another former 450 rider who's made the step up into 600 as well for 6th. Jordan Rushby can't quite keep in touch with them. He's just behind as well, so amazing really that these two guys are fighting for the championship, and yet we're not looking at them here on screen. But of course, as you say, Jordan Rushby, not a great deal of luck so far this season.
But another lad who's come on really strong, slowly, catchy monkey, it's got to be Max Wadsworth. You know, they're slowly getting the bike up to speed, and him up to speed, of course. But he's now, you know, I know it's near the end of the season, but he's really coming on nicely, I have to say.
He is. It doesn't look like the championship's going to be possible for Wadsworth, but with a really strong effort here today and a couple of decent rounds at Donington and Cadwell, he could fight for 3rd overall in the championship. There he is, the rider we're talking about, number 72, Max Wadsworth from Halifax on the Specialised Group Kawasaki. And the lead has come through one more time. Danny Booth leads. Danny Booth, number 64 from Preston on the Longton Batteries Yamaha, just up ahead of 96, Jamie Harris, who gets some brilliant drive through Rocket and just claws his way past Danny Booth. Jamie Harris then it is that has the advantage just. Danny Booth carrying a lot of speed there through the corkscrew though. He's up ahead. Then it is Aaron Clifford, number 19, and Max Wadsworth. Funnily enough, I mentioned in a few other races, we see here Harris power his way through again. Harris is one of the few people I've seen that has pulled off an overtaking manoeuvre into that last corner in one of these 600 Sportsman Elite races. It was a memorable move and it got him victory overall. He's won a fair few races here. He's got his work cut out at the moment. Further back you see there 241. That is Tommy O'Grady from Dublin, just up ahead of number 50, Lewis Barnes, our Formula 400 champion last year. Good battle though here out front. Harris, Booth, and then in 3rd place Aaron Clifford from Ireland. Booth takes the inside line, up the inside of Harris. He's got a mix up further back here as Jordan Rushby, your man that currently sits 2nd in the championship, trying to make as many points up as possible, and up the inside of Brendan Mallender he goes. Brendan Mallender, of course, regular in the top 3 last year in the pre-national 600 championship. Here is Rushby again, just up ahead of Mallender. Rushby then has moved up into 8th place with that, which will be worth 8 points to him, but crucially he's a point behind and a place behind Charlie Morris, championship rival up ahead. Across the line we go once more. Good lap from Danny Booth there, ahead of Jamie Harris and Aaron Clifford. Now they're going to come up on some traffic. It's getting busy here. We have 2 Englishmen, an Irishman and a Welshman fighting it out here. There's a joke in there somewhere. Around Church Corner we go, and up towards Rocket Corner. Traffic up ahead, but Danny Booth seems to have got this one sorted. We've got a rider that's down, yellow flags waving. 61 is Ross Patterson from Antrim. He has gone down. and he's taken a good part of the scenery with him as well. Clumps of grass all over that machine. Danny Booth it is that leads. That gap has just been shortened though. Look at the drive that Jamie Harris collects as he winds on the power through Rocket. And Clifford just hanging on in there in third, ready to pick up the pieces. Fourth is Max Wadsworth. This is the fight further back for 8th and 9th between Jordan Rushbeat and Brendan Mallender. Then we go a bit further back to 12th and 13th, Tommy O'Grady and Lewis Barnes. Ahead of these two, Aaron Sylvester and Sergei Kravchenko. And, well, big battle going on here towards the tail end. And just in between them, the race leader, Danny Booth, who's coming on to put a lap on these guys. Now, this could be a crucial part of the race. Who can deal with that the best? In fact, both Danny Booth and Jamie Harris, one went the outside, one went the inside. The pair of them dealt with that very well and have both just put a bit of space between themselves. No, they haven't. Aaron Clifford's right there. They're now going around the outside of another back marker, and every single rider here in the top four fancies a piece of this. Up towards Rocket we go. Jamie Harris tries to get the inside line and might just have it. No. Defensive approach from Danny Booth. This is where Jamie Harris, number 96 in second, is so quick though. On the exit here, just gets the drive on. Another tail ender for them to deal with in a moment. Around Peel corner. Danny Booth at the moment has just enough air there to keep Jamie Harris at bay, but Harris will want a win. Harris has won his fair share of 600 races here in this class. Oh, yeah, you see them just trying to fight their way through the traffic, and there you go. Your classic example as Jamie Harris defends and keeps the inside line around Club Corner. Brilliantly done there from Jamie Harris with Aaron Clifford approaching. Max Wadsworth is there in fourth, and that's a massive high side from number 28, Teo Papadopoulos, and I just wonder whether the lead is coming through. Got him a bit excited. And he's down and he looks a bit hurt, and I'm not surprised. That will take the wind out of your sails. Around Church Corner we go. Looks like the battle for four is still the battle for four just. Max Wadsworth doing everything he can to hang on. Danny Booth looks like at the moment, Sid, he's got enough room there at the top.
Well, we know he's got it, don't we? Because, I mean, that lap record yesterday, I know he crashed yesterday, but that's his only danger. He's not fully used to this machine yet, but he's certainly not scared of it, Steve, I have to say.
No, he's not, and he's got, what, half a second advantage at the moment. There's Curtis Drew. Curtis currently in 6th place, fighting with the series leader, Charlie Morris, so important moment that. There's Sergei Kravchenko as well, we just saw, number 51. He's in 11th place, so points battles going on all the way through the field. Max Wadsworth there, desperate now to become a part of the podium with the last lap flag out. So Danny Booth on that last lap had everything sorted. The marshals running well out of the way as the leaders come through again. Jamie Harris is going to have to put in the lap of his life here to try and win this one, or hope for a mistake further ahead. There's Sergei Kravchenko, just up ahead of Tommy O'Grady and Lewis Barnes here on the final lap. There's some points on offer here for all of these guys if they stay put. Danny Booth it is that leads though, as they climb uphill. They'll come up towards the halfway point of this circuit, and Jamie Harris is going to take a nice wide sweeping line there. Danny Booth defended and he didn't necessarily need to, and that's going to cost him time, and now Jamie Harris very much a part of this race. As they come up on some traffic, Harris fancies it. He can smell Danny Booth and he can sense an opportunity, and Danny Booth is making a bit of a meal of this, trying to get past the tail ender, and Jamie Harris really capitalises. He'll be close here down into the final chicane. Will Jamie Harris pull out one of his wondrous moves then into the final corner? Yes, he will! Up the inside! Oh, it's close! It's not close enough though. Here they come, up across the line. Oh! That is Jamie Harris has done it! Danny Booth went too wide onto the start-finish line, and it is Jamie Harris that has just pinched it from under Danny Booth's nose. Brilliant race there. 0.04 of a second between Harris and Booth. Max Wadsworth finishes in third in the end. He gets Aaron Clifford on the line. Robert Berry is in 5th place, but there's your top three: Harris, Booth and Wadsworth. Brilliant racing from them, and in the Sportsman it's Berry, Morris and Mallender.
Max, you must be well chuffed to get on the podium, and I know you've had some machinery problems over, the last few events, and but you made a few changes and you look to be going so well. I mean, that was close at the front there, the four of you.
Yeah. There were not much of a gap between all of us, and then right at the end, just managed to get past Aaron, past the back marker, and just managed to get a podium.
Well, you've done a 109 flat, and it was almost like catching's one thing, but overtaking's a complete another thing, isn't it?
Yeah. It was a really hard race, but we just managed to do it, yeah.
It was brilliant to watch anyway. Have you got anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, Specialised Group, ND here, Electrical, William Hayes, all the rest of my sponsors and everyone who came down. They were a really, really good weekend.
And of course the old man.
Yeah, the old man as well. Yeah.
I have to say that, otherwise he won't give me a beer tonight.
Yeah, that's true.
Well done, Max.
Cheers.
Danny, lovely to see you here on a 600. Yesterday, it was kind of a double-edged sword, really. You got the lap record, which was absolutely brilliant, and then you tucked the front and crashed it.
Yeah, I was buzzing with the lap record, obviously, but I couldn't wait for more to be up there and stuff. So when I crashed, it was like, well, at least I was up there, and then when I found I got the lap record, it was even better. So yeah.
So how are you finding the transition between the RRV 450 and the 600 racing?
I love it, yeah. I think it suits my riding style better anyway, to be honest, like with a bigger bike and more power and stuff, so I like it, yeah.
Well, that was a close race, obviously. You were leading for quite a while until Jamie got by you.
Yeah, it was close, but it's better than being on your own, innit? I love racing, so.
Well, I can't wait for race 2 now. Have you got anybody to thank?
Yeah, I've got New Max batteries, Longston batteries, I've got Design Iteration, CPL Transport, Motrack Racing, Wisney Sliders, my dad, UK Race Homes, Elite Coach Works, and yeah, everyone else.
Jamie, great to see you back at Thundersport, and I know you're reasonably local lad, and you like it here, and you are hard to beat around here, as we said.
Yeah, it's nice to be back because I haven't been here for a while. I've been here since last year, so it's really nice to get back here.
Oh, really,
I haven't been here. So
unbelievable! Oh, well done, yeah. Top times, and I mean, obviously Danny got the lap record yesterday, but you were like doing 9 flats anyway. So, and it was tough. I mean, there was 4 of you there, hammer and tongs.
Yeah, I know. I was a bit gutted that Danny crashed yesterday because I was looking forward to a race like that, to be honest. And I've been struggling this weekend with the new bike because I've never been here on the bike, so trying to get it set up and things, I've been struggling. And then when Danny come past, he sort of actually helped me find a bit of pace, so I was glad he come past. And then obviously disappointed that he crashed, but that race then was...
Well, brilliant racing, mate. Anyway, well done. Anybody to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to say thanks to Rick at RLR Motorsports for building me a top bike, and Bushy, my mate Bushy at Electrico. All these guys, Rock Oil, Olins, Hell, Titan X, and mostly my dad. He's like the reason I'm here. I won't be here without him, so.
Excellent. Well done, Jamie.
Nice one. Thank you.
Brendan, well done, mate.
Thank you. Well chuffed. No bike for this weekend, and it's coming together for me, so I'm well happy.
So you don't get distracted by the views as you come over peeling?
Yeah, good. If weather's nice like this, awesome circuit. But
it is fantastic, and obviously I can see by this shirt that you've got a few people to thank.
Just a few, yeah. Always what you can see. Glenn and Lisa for coming to every meeting, supplying food, and anyone what's not there, thank you. Sorry I can't name you, but I'm just so excited. Cheers.
Well done. Another race to go. Charlie, well, congratulations. You are obviously, I've been seen by the shirt, our first Thundersport GB champion of 2016. Well done.
Yeah, we came to win a championship this year, and but we never expected it to be, have such a lead in it all the way through. Thought it was going to be a battle, but sort of run away with it, really.
Well, you kind of got on the pace like really quickly, and I mean, you're actually still in with a chance of the elite, aren't you?
Yeah, I think we've got a pretty decent lead in the elites overall now. We got pole at the start of the year in the first race, so it couldn't have really started off better, to be honest.
Excellent. What a top job. Have you got anybody you want to thank?
The whole team, MSG, Gavin, Dan, Lisa, Sam, Will, everyone, and family come to support me at the races. And we switched to Metzler's for this Anglesey, and it seems to have worked out. We won the championship, so thank you to them.
Robert, you had a good day yesterday and an even better day today. Well done.
Yeah, I'm over the moon with it, really. We've come here just for on a whim, just to see what it's like, and we're over the moon with it. We crashed 2 weeks ago, the bike were completely wrought off. We built it up Saturday morning. We only turned up here Saturday night. We had no testing on it or anything. Just went straight out to qualifying, then race. So
Wow, well done. Absolutely brilliant. Well, you've had a great weekend so far. Still another race to go. Have you got some people you want to thank?
yeah, my dad, Simon. Simon's coming along, helping us out, letting us sleep in his motorhome. TW Tech Suspension, Pep's Motorcycles, and Colin Sanderson for buying us the bike, and Levers that I destroyed in the last crash, the helmet and all the gear. Yeah, I'm really happy with it all.
We will be back in a few moments with race 2 from the GB Racing 600 Sportsman Elite. Time for race 2, GB Racing 600 Sportsman Elite, round 7. 2 rounds to go after this, Donington and Cadwell. In the championship, Charlie Morris it is that has the advantage from Jordan Rushby, but we are probably going to be looking elsewhere for the fight for the win, because earlier on, what a race it was between this man here, Jay Harris, who won it, up ahead of number 64, Danny Booth. Aaron Clifford here just lost out on the podium. He finished 4th. Max Wadsworth it was that managed to get on the podium last time out, number 72. This sort of chrome effect, blue and new colour scheme for Wadsworth, the rider from Halifax. There he is, just on the right of your picture. Away we go from the line then, up into turn 1. We saw some big crashes in race 1. Hopefully we won't see the same here in race 2. Number 9 going through there is Charlie Oakland. She's hoping to get herself back in the points. We saw Brendan Mallender there. He was up in the top 10 earlier as well. We will keep an eye on those championship protagonists. Morris is number 157. Jordan Rushby is number 2. But in truth, looking at the pace of the weekend so far, it doesn't look like they're going to quite have the pace to deal with these guys out front. It is Jay Harris that has the lead. Further back there, Nick Edgerly. It's nice to see him back out on circuit, having crashed out earlier on. Up towards the Rocket, it is Harris from Clifford, Wales from Ireland, then number 64 Booth, then Wadsworth, then number 61 Ross Patterson, who went down in race 1. So he's managed to remove the grass from his machine. He's managed to put a new screen on the front and got back out. Good news. So strange as we bring Sid here into the frame in this race to see so many crashes at this circuit in the dry. It's, you know, in the wet, okay, naturally you'd expect it a bit, but there's some interesting lines going on here, and we've seen a number of crashes so far this weekend.
I think it's just because it's so close, Steve, and everybody's up for it and everybody's charging, you know, but certainly, you know, they don't call the 600s the axe murders for nothing, do they? They do love flinging it at the scenery.
Well, the leaders come around Church Corner. Yeah, you're absolutely right. They do. And speaking of throwing it at the scenery, there was a bike going off there in the background. And I have to say, it looks red and blue, and it is. It's the championship leader, Charlie Morris, who's gone down. Unbelievable. Clifford takes the lead in the race ahead of ahead of Harris, but Morris has gone down and out. So there's an opportunity there for Jordan Rushby now in this championship to close the gap back down before we head to Donington Park. Twists and turns in the GB Racing 600 Sportsman Elite Championship that could well go all the way to the final round at Cadwell. Here we see then the same 4 riders as we saw earlier on fighting it out. Clifford this time though leading. There is a really wide line from Ross Patterson and then Jordan Rushby. So what's Jordan Rushby just inside the top 10 for now? It's probably better than he expected in terms of with Charlie Morris being out, he can pick up some points, but maybe he'll be left brewing this weekend. Just see what happens. Is Aaron Clifford that leads? Now Aaron Clifford hasn't attended every single round so far this season. There's another rider who's gone down here. Another rider, and I'm just trying to wait to see a number on that machine. But I think that might be Aaron Sylvester. It is, who's gone down on the Australia Race Tech Yamaha. So back to the front we go. Clifford, Harris, Booth, Wadsworth, then Patterson, then Vari. Behind Vari, number 27, Aaron Armstrong. So, Jordan Rushby at the moment on to pick up some points for the championship, but we'll concentrate on this race alone. Aaron Clifford, former 450 Aprilia rider and Super T, leading. Then it's local rider Jamie Harris. Then you've got Danny Booth and Max Wadsworth. Wadsworth on the podium in race 1. I mentioned Aaron Clifford a few times. In terms of the championship, he is 4th overall. If he attended the rest of the rounds, he could be in the mix for the top 3, because William White, who crashed earlier on in race 1, has not made it out in this race. So who knows what might happen. And you mentioned Max Wadsworth in race 1, Sid. Well, if he has an end to the season like he's sort of showing he probably could put in, he could feature then.
He could
for
end up
third as well.
couldn't he? Yeah.
Up towards Rocket Corner we go. If you change the position further back, but it's Clifford that has this one so far from Harris. Third place at the moment for Danny Booth. So they go round Peel and Danny Booth's gone down. Seen a number of riders go down at Peel so far this weekend. Danny Booth has gone down, he's up and he's okay. He walks away. That's the end of his race, I'm afraid, so he won't be featuring on the podium this time around. Aaron Clifford it is, he won't even know what's gone on behind him. Likewise to Jamie Harris in second. Third place is Max Wadsworth, lapping at the moment in the mid to late 108s, but not quite on Lee Williams' pace just yet. Although, of course, Danny Booth was the new lap record holder yesterday, but he'll be watching the rest of this race from Peel Corner. 1-2-1, there is James Fields. You're on board with him earlier on in race 1. He's up ahead of number 82, Andrew Cockburn, and then we are now with James Field, the RAF rider. You can see RAF colours. Certainly not hanging about, just outside the points at the moment. James Field, just behind Sergei Kravchenko and Sam McFarlane. Out out. Screaming up the hill there, being overtaken for now though. But at the front, it is still Aaron Clifford, the former 450 rider from Ireland, up ahead of Welshman Jamie Harris. These two now starting to stretch out ahead of Max Wadsworth, who's losing ground. A rider we've not mentioned too much here so far is the JDF Kawasaki rider, Ross Simpson, who's up in the top 5, number 94. A rider who is also starting to get to grips with life on a 600 since moving on from a 450. He's up inside the top 5, just ahead of Ross Patterson. So Simpson on for a decent result potentially here.
Yeah, I did a feature interview with Ross as well in his pit box, and he was really enjoying the 600 ride. Said it's steady ahead, tough to get used to, but gradually he was getting used to it and loved it. He loved the way it develops the power and everything.
I think the same could be said there for Curtis Drew. We just saw him a moment ago, number 101, another former 450 rider. Seems to be quite a nice transition to make actually, from a 450 to a 600. So rather than of course the old days when you used to have to jump from a 125 Aprilia to a 250 Aprilia and then make your choice between Grand Prix racing or 600s. There is 27, Aaron Aaron Armstrong on the hunky-dory's triumph. But it is Aaron Clifford that at the moment just can't quite be caught by Jamie Harris in second place. Third for Wadsworth, looks comfortable there. Another podium on the cards then for the rider from Halifax. Then this battle for fourth place rages on. That was Ross Simpson and Ross Patterson. We mentioned them earlier. There is Patterson, number 61, with Ross Simpson having gone through. So Sid mentioned he's getting used to things. He certainly is. Of course, he's right height for a 600. Tall lad is Ross Simpson.
Yeah, I needed a box to interview him with, I tell you.
You need a box to interview everyone, Sid.
I know.
At
I can't
4'2".
help that. I'm the only bloke in the paddock with turn-ups on my underpants.
Sid is the only person who ever used to actually look up to the late great Paul Daniels. So it is Aaron Clifford at the moment that has this advantage. He's just not really put a foot wrong here. This is in stark contrast to what we saw from him in race 1.
I'll borrow these teeth.
That's easy for me to say.
I was taking the mick out of Max Wadsworth yesterday and telling him he should change his number from 72 to 4 as he kept getting fourth place. So I think maybe why he's got one podium today, third place, and he's in third place right now, isn't he?
Yep, he's looking to go one better. Of course, fourth place is not a great place to finish it. I certainly don't think he would have needed reminding that he's finished in fourth place a few times. So nice to see that he's managed to get himself on the podium in race 1, and like you say, he's lonely at the moment in third. He's got about 5-6 seconds over that battle for fourth between Simpson and Patterson. Aaron Clifford though, what a race this has been from him. There is Simpson. Yeah, he's built a nice gap now over Patterson. There is Vary. I'll get it right by the time this one's over. Just up ahead of 27 Aaron Armstrong. And
this will be good for Aaron. He needs this as a confidence boost, you know.
Aaron Clifford.
Yeah.
Well, he's completely dominated the race now, and he's broken Jamie Harris, and there are not too many people on a 600 that could say that around Anglesey.
No, that's the truth.
Although, in fairness, as we mentioned before about a few other Irish riders, this is as close to home as Aaron Clifford will get on the Thundersport calendar. 67 is George Pycroft. Slightly different colour scheme to what we're used to seeing him on, of course. Last lap flag out then for Clifford. Beautifully ridden this race so far. Completely controlled it. The quiet Irishman. And he's turned up. He's been very strong indeed. This is fourth place Ross Simpson going through on Patterson. Then it's Vary and Armstrong. These guys all in the top 7. Nick Edgley is then in 8th place, second of the Sportsman riders, with Brendan Mallender 9th, Curtis Drew 10th. The rest of the point scorers at the moment are Tommy O'Grady 11th, Jordan Rushby 12th, George Pycroft 13th, Lewis Barnes 14th, Sam McFarlane 15th. So Jordan Rushby in 12th will pick up 4 points as it stands. It's not a fortune, but it means that there would be 15, just 15 between Charlie Morris and Jordan Rushby going into the final 2 rounds. Of course, they have 6 races left. 3 races per weekend for the 600 Sportsman Elite Championship.
Well, he might be able to put it all together. You know, we'll have to see.
Checkered flag is out. Aaron Clifford has done it. Great win for him. Controlled from start to finish. Good start, good rhythm, good pace. Deserves that one. Pats his bike as well accordingly. Second place for Jamie Harris, another podium for the Welshman. Max Wadsworth, 2 on the trot then, P3 for him. Ross Simpson finishes in a solid 4th, Ross Patterson's 5th, and Robert Vary in 6th overall. Top 3 there, smiles for Aaron Clifford, Jamie Harris on the left and Max Wadsworth on the right. And in the Sportsman class, Vary is the winner from Nick Edgley and Brendan Mallender. Quickly double check that my maths is correct. 15 it should be, and 15 it is, between Charlie Morris and Jordan Rushby with 2 rounds to go. William White really has lost out here this afternoon. He finishes up this weekend, and certainly today with 0 points, 3rd overall in the championship. And there you go, confirmation Charlie Morris, as we said in race 1. He is the champion of the Sportsman class.
Max, well, another third place. You must feel like you're getting somewhere now at last, eh?
Yeah, we feel like we're getting somewhere again. A bit of a lonely race this time, but still a third place.
Yeah, I mean, like, obviously keep changing the bike and changing the bike. So I should imagine you're really looking forward to Donington now.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to Donington now. Hopefully get a better setup quicker and then hopefully keep up with everyone else.
Excellent. And obviously some people to thank.
Yeah, everyone again, all my sponsors and everyone who came down to watch, and Thundersport for a great event.
Jamie, second place this time. Well done. Won the last one. So you got to add this up as a good weekend, haven't you?
Yeah, it's definitely a good weekend, especially if you don't crash. Yeah, you're bringing it back in one piece, so good weekend.
There's nothing like loading up a box of scrap, is there?
No, there's nothing worse, is there? I've done that a few times this season, so it's nice to go home in one piece. Yeah.
And a shout out to some people.
Yeah, I'd like to say big thanks to Rick at RLR Motorsports, Bushy at Electrico, Aspley Body Repair Shop, Helen and Heaven Smith, my dad, and all these guys on the levers here. Everyone.
Aaron Clifford, at last. What a weekend you've had, haven't you? It's been up and down like a fiddler's elbow.
Yeah, it was a great weekend. Just made a change for race one and didn't quite have the pace, but it was great racing with Jamie, Max and Danny, and it's good to see them all right up the sharp end. I haven't had a win since Cadwell either, so this one's really special.
Well, I mean, just to see you all together and riding so close, you know, time-wise and everything is awesome.
Yeah, massive thanks to Steve from NDM for just giving me a brilliant setup, and all of my sponsors and my dad for all the help.
Yeah, well, it's hard to come over, just to get here, innit, from where you come from. It's just really difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, we come here for results, and when we go home with them, we're really happy. So,
big smile all the way home then. Well done.
Thanks.
Brendan, back again. Yep. So, wow, pretty good, huh?
Awesome weekend, awesome. Just like to thank everyone involved with Thundersport. Fantastic weather, brilliant meeting.
Excellent, well done, mate. And obviously loads of people. You might as well just film them, yeah. When you go with the effort of a lovely shirt like that, you need to show them off. Well done, mate.
Thank you very much. Thank you all.
Nick, as you said to me a couple of weeks ago, age is but a number.
Well,
you are doing so well. I mean, you're getting some fantastic results and racing really hard.
yeah, I mean, this weekend's been really tough actually because I've had 3 crashes, set of leathers, a helmet's been done, and it was just Dave, the mechanic, my mechanic, has actually just put the bike together in the last sort of 45 minutes. So I'm really chuffed actually. Got here. I like Anglesey as a track, but I've just found it really tough this weekend. Just to come away with a podium has really made my weekend. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. It's been great. Age has no bounds though, by the way.
Absolutely not. Well, you obviously bounce well as well.
Yeah, I've got a couple of bruises, but I've been lucky anyway. But there we go.
We'll get them on the TV for Donington when they've blossomed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well done, Nick.
Thanks, Sid. Cheers then. Thank you.
Robert, another win. Wow, I mean, like, this has been a fabulous weekend for you, hasn't it?
Yeah, I'm over the moon with it. It's brilliant. I love this club now. Going to be a bug now, isn't it? I want to come here all the time.
You going to come back for Donington?
If it's just fun, isn't it? That's the only thing with us. So I don't think we'll make Donington. We're going to try and do a few next year.
Excellent, excellent. Well, that's great news. Now, you've got some people to thank.
Yeah, Simon Corp at PowerTech for Forks, TW Suspension for setting the suspension up, Simon Anderson for coming along to help, my dad, all my mates from work, and Colin Sanderson for bike and all equipment. Yeah, I'm over at moon.
From the Irish Sea here in the northwest part of Wales, we move from Anglesey to Donington Park. We'll see you there.